Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today I am joined by two streamers who are pretty new to the scene, but really making an impact on the Twitch stream. We've got FlickandRusti from Australia joining me today. So it's nice and early here for me and evening for them, talking to me from the future. Guys, do you want to maybe introduce yourselves and let people know who you are and where they can find you?
Yeah, so I'm Flick here, the sort of the better half of Flick and Rusty. You can catch us on YouTube and Twitch, Flick and Rusty, all one word.
Lovely. I'm Rusty, and what he said.
Awesome. So you guys are pretty new on the Twitch scene, but you're sort of you're making a massive impact, especially in the Twitch community. You're doing some pretty crazy stuff. I mean, I jumped into your stream last week. You're doing shard giveaways. You've got a giveaway going for an iPad, I think, at the moment, don't you? Which is it's pretty nuts. You're doing marbles runs on stream, competitions and things like that, and it's an incredibly fun stream to be a part of. So what got you guys into Raid Shadow Legends, and why did you decide to start streaming?
Well, Rusty got me into the raid. I hadn't even heard about it. Actually, to be honest, my 6-year-old was playing it before I was.
Oh, really?
Then Rusty goes, "Oh, have you heard about this raid game? You should jump on it." So now, yeah, back into here we are now. So,
How did you pick it up, Rusty?
I think Flick and I both sort of troll for games. We sort of pick some up and drop them along the way, and then looking for something decent to sink our teeth into, and then I think we sort of came across this off the back of a couple of super average games, and then kind of had everything we wanted, so we sort of just rolled with it.
Did you get bought in by the advertising?
No, I hadn't seen any of the advertising, and
Oh, really?
I don't think Flick had either. So we
nothing.
hadn't really seen it. Yeah, so
So how long have you
it
guys
was-
actually
yeah.
been playing?
Well,
I'll
I'd
have to
say
look into my
over about
login calendar.
6 months, I think I've been playing for, maybe
Oh, okay.
7, close to 7 months, and Rusty was about a month before that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was before Christmas, so it'd be a tad longer than that.
Yeah, the battle pass is when I jumped in, just before that battle pass started.
Okay,
It might have been
started. Yeah,
forgot.
I started in the last week of the battle pass, basically. So I missed out on the all of the battle pass, unfortunately. But yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so before we jump into questions about Raid, I like to get a background on people as to, how long they've been into gaming and, what was probably the first game that they got into. So if we do Flick first, how long have you been into gaming for in general, and what was the first game that kind of captured you, I guess?
Wow, gaming, would have to say the first memory of gaming was probably about 6, 7 years old, and it was on the old original Nintendo, and it was Zelda. Zelda really got me into
Great game.
gaming. That was followed Zelda through the whole way through too. Absolute favorite game. Yeah, that's where it started.
Yeah, Zelda's an amazing game. I love them.
Not the worst place to start.
Yeah. The thing is, when I was younger, basically it was either Sega or Nintendo, and my parents bought us a Sega. So I never really got into Zelda until actually probably my teens. But I was really into Sonic and things like that before then. So, how about you, Rusty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty much the same. My mum was always into games and still is now, and so we always had, started off with a Nintendo and sort of just made the way up the ranks, and you know, Mum and I would just play Zelda when I got home from school, and yeah, we would just binge on it basically, like Mum of the Year. But like, yeah, it was so much fun. You know, some days she would like call me in sick, and we would just sit there and
Awesome.
play Zelda all
I'm
day.
jealous.
So yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I had to
yeah.
do the
It was
opposite.
good
I had to
fun. We
call in sick
played
myself.
everything. Yeah, and pretend.
Yeah, just wait.
Well, now
wait.
his mum can't get upset when he does call in sick now because she started it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He created a monster.
Awesome. So, in terms of Twitch, are you guys kind of new to Twitch in general? Have you been around Twitch for a while? I know obviously you're streaming and stuff's quite new, but you know, have you been lurkers in chat for a while and things like that, or is it completely fresh to you? Who wants
It's
to jump in first?
actually a bit of a funny one, because it wasn't until basically, like, we're in lockdown now, so it was about a week before lockdown started. Went down to Flick's place, and we were just having some beers, and decided, for some reason, I just downloaded Twitch and jumped on it, and we decided to have a look at some of the streams that were getting around, and we went straight into Stu Man's stream,
Awesome.
and just watched that, and just, you know, we were drinking beers, he was drinking beers, we were like, man, this is awesome,
Yeah.
and we were just doing what we would usually do anyway. And then basically a couple of days later, I was driving home from work, and I just called Flick, and I was like, do you want to start streaming? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, all
Yeah.
right,
Sweet.
sweet. And then so that week we bought and built computers, which
Oh
we
wow.
don't know anything about computers at all. And by that weekend we had our first stream, and everything went wrong. We had no idea what we were doing. I had my studio monitor pointed towards my microphone to
Oh.
pick Flick's audio
Oh,
up for the
amazing.
stream. It was Man, it was an absolute nightmare. But
Do you have
yeah,
a
we, we
recording of
we
that
sort of
stream?
just fluffed our way through it.
Did
No, we lost it. We didn't know how to
Oh.
I don't know
record
how
the
to
stream at
record.
this point. So, but we ended up getting, like, I think a top of 17 viewers for the first stream or something like that. So after that, we were just super buzzed, super hyped, and we were like, man, let's just keep doing it, and try and learn a bit more about what we're doing to make it a little bit better for everybody else.
More enjoyable.
I
Yeah.
mean that's an awesome origin story though. I'm gonna have a look through your VODs on Twitch just to see if there's a recording of that, because I'd love to hear the audio. You
Yeah,
using
I knew that someone would.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need to
I think
experience that
I think
audio.
we stopped recording them for a good reason, I think.
I
Live for the moment, I think, is the motto.
Yeah.
No, that is
Yeah.
I need to hear that. That's great. So I mean, I guess that's kind of what I guess gave you the decision to start making content on Twitch. But what would you say is the main motivator for you guys creating content and running your stream?
Oh, I'd say well, seeing as we can't really get out much and hang out together, it's sort of an excuse to link up and have some fun when we can't be together. So if we can involve other people as well, then it's sort of an added bonus. So yeah, just we're just having fun, man.
It's like being at
It's
a bar.
also exactly what we do anyway. You know, it's no different than what we would do if we weren't live.
Hmm.
We'd be talking to each other on the phone, pulling shards, and taking the piss out of each other, you know?
Playing
So,
marbles, just the two of you.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And with balls.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So jumping into questions directly about Raid itself, if we do Flick first, who would you say is your favorite champion in the game, and why do you like that champion?
My favorite champion this is purely coming out of the battle pass, was Stag Knight. He's just carried me through everything. I know he's not legendary. He should be, but
Yeah, he's a beast.
He's an absolute beast. It just carries me through. I still use him now every day, all day. Yep, definitely.
Aside from how skinny his legs are as well, he's probably one of the coolest looking champions in the game.
Have you seen the shield and his whatever that weapon is that he's carrying? He's a monster.
Yeah, he is a monster.
Flick looks at his legs and gets jealous anyway. So it's like, I wish I had little legs as big as them.
I think there's like a running joke in the community that Stag Knight skipped leg day, because he's a pretty bulky guy, and then he's just got like sort of twig legs. But he is a cool looking champion though. I love the artwork on him.
Yeah, he's even still to this day. He's on the loading screen. Him and Whirlim are battling it out.
Yeah, something I don't know if this triggers you as much as it does me. I suffer from quite severe OCD with these things. However, in the loading screen, he's holding his weapon in a different hand to what he is in the character screen, and and that bothers me so much.
We're not going to forget that. And then it's a Stag thing. It's he and I. We know.
Yeah.
Stag has the ability to actually swap the weapon in.
Yeah. Does a switcheroo.
If
it's
a
fine.
Photo shoot arises.
It's to throw the opponent off.
You keep the body guessing.
Okay, so Rusty, who's your favorite champion and why?
Oh, it's such a hard question, but it'd have to be Ultan.
Ooh.
I pulled him early and used him everywhere. Still use him now, and I just think he's so tall compared to the other.
He's just really big
around him. He's just like super tall.
The jealousy thing from Rusty.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he reminds me from the devil of that the Tenacious D song.
Oh, awesome! Yeah. Tribute.
No, he's super awesome. You can smash people with him. He's good fun.
Awesome. I would love Ultan. I think he's a great looking champion, and he does work everywhere. So, okay, Flick. So
he does.
Out of the champions that you don't have, is there a particular champion that you'd really like, and why would you like that particular champion?
Yeah, so the one that I'm really chasing at the moment is Valkyrie, purely for the shield and counter, just to try and get that clan boss score really out of the park.
Do you know the story of my Valkyrie?
Oh, hit me!
So we'd love to hear it.
Okay. Yeah, so I was on stream, and it was after a 2-time summoning event. And the I think it was the Champion Chase event. I was like 500 points away from getting a 5-star chicken, and I really wanted this 5-star chicken. And my daily login was a sacred shard, and my chat was going mental at me because basically the 2-time sacred was due to come up, but I wanted this 5-star chicken, and they were giving me so much grief. They were like, do not pull that sacred, save it for next weekend. I was like, guys, I want my 5-star chicken, and I hit that summon button, and Valkyrie came running out live on stream. Yeah, I've actually
get better than
I think it was the first YouTube video that I put up on my channel is my reaction to pulling that Valkyrie. And if you look at what the guys were saying in chat at the time, they're like, "You're stupid. Do not pull that shard. Do not pull that shard." And then instant karma, like everyone took it back. But yeah, she's basically she pushed me so far forward in the game, just by getting that one champion, and she's insane.
She's nuts. She's absolutely out of control.
If there was oh, sorry, we didn't do Rusty. What champion would you like in the game that you don't have?
Kaimar. Cement.
Another champion that I've got.
I want that reset.
I feel bad now. You're just listing my champions.
Rub it in. This is the only reason you got us on here, so you could bloody rub our faces in it.
It's the first time that I've had a guest on who's actually listed a champion that I've got.
Yeah. I just he's the one champ that would just basically cut all my speed run times down.
Yeah, he's insane. And to be honest, I haven't really optimized the use of mine at the moment. I am using him like in spiders and things like that, but I've only just got a second Royal Guard. I've only just got a second Cold Heart. So it's it's a case of getting the champions to build around him and then speed tuning them so that they can get their big attacks off. Because Cold Heart's a bit of a pain because she doesn't prioritize her Heart Seeker, which is ridiculous if you ask me. So having that go off before the reset and things like that is a bit of a pain. But now that I've got 2 Royal Guards, I can just throw in massive slams. So
So, I think I've got 3 Royal Guards built and a Septimus ready to go. So I'm
jealous on the Septimus.
Waiting for him, basically. He's super fun.
If you were to ask me that exact same question, my answer would probably be Septimus, only because I think he's one of the coolest looking champions in the game. I actually love the way that he looks. I think he's insane.
Yeah, he's cool, and he's good fun too.
Yeah. Okay, so if there was one thing that
no, I've got Septimus and you don't.
I'm just sitting over here waiting for a Cold Heart.
Yeah, I just smile away with Valkyrie and Kymar instead then.
Oh right.
Yeah.
So if there was one thing that you guys could improve about the game in its current state, what would it be?
Oh, I think we both sort of like the idea of a duplicate system for legendaries, especially. I think if that got introduced, that would really change it up a bit.
Hands down.
What would you propose as
system.
as a dupe system then?
I feel if they introduce some sort of, say, if you've got not a dupe, more than a dupe system. If you've got, say, so many legendaries, you could trade them in and get a guaranteed legendary or something like that. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Something needs to happen there. There's a lot of dupes out there that people could use.
If you could just cash in a legendary for a guaranteed mystery legendary shard, and even if there was still a chance of getting that same Lego out of it, I think that would be a fair roll. You know, I know. Obviously,
I think you'd probably have to do multiple.
You know, if you've got a million of them, yeah, exactly right. Because otherwise, yeah. But I've got like 4 Abesses or something, and it just gets a bit out of control.
Yeah, that's that's pretty sad. I mean, one Abess can be great, but I don't really see a use for 4 of them.
Yeah, it is sad. It's just sad affairs over here.
You just want to swap one of those into a Kymar.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, you can take all of them and give me a Kymar, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, fair point.
I don't think there's any use for one, really.
I mean, she can be pretty useful in arena. I guess it depends on your arena setup, but I know she's messed me up pretty badly quite a few times when I underestimated her in arena. So. Out of the things that they're working on and things that have been announced over the next few months or so, what would you say is the thing that you guys are looking forward to the most?
The tower.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Probably the void tower. Yeah.
Void tower? I don't know.
Yeah,
it's something to talk about. Void Tower.
There's been a couple of things that I've seen in the said roadmap that I've been pretty psyched about. Like this Hydra boss, I'm pretty excited to see what that's about. My first thought when I thought of that was, okay, you're gonna have a Hydra boss, and each head will have a different affinity that you got to sort of get through. I feel like that would be a cool idea. It'd be sick.
That would be.
That would be cool. Yeah. So I used to play a game called Summoner's War. I don't know if you guys know it, which is pretty similar to Raid. It's a lot more cartoony in terms of the graphics and things like that. But they had I can't remember exactly how it worked. I'm pretty sure it was a boss where you would have 3 teams, and it had separate heads, and you would have to effectively set up a different team for each head. But I've got a feeling as well that it may have been a clan thing. So I think you had to team up with three other people. It's been a long time since I played that game. But you like went into like a queuing system, and you guys would each effectively have a head each on the boss. And if that's something that they're looking at doing, because I know they do take inspiration from other gacha games and stuff like that to get that sort of thing. You know, the tower again is in Summoner's War. And you know there's 100 floors and you have to work your way up, and it resets every month. Something like that would be really cool into the game. And we can see it's there. So
a teaming up thing, that sounds really cool. Like if you had that would really strategize the whole game a bit more as well.
I think they need to do something to integrate more a feeling of community within the actual game, because I don't know if you guys I mean, I don't even pay attention to chat like in the in-game. So in terms of actual any community in the game, to be honest, I look to Twitch and YouTube and things like that. Aside from that, I don't really see any interaction. And
unless you're in a clan you get along with or something, then there's
but
there.
even the clan chat, I only pay attention to the Discord one. I don't actually pay attention to the in-game one at all. So but maybe that's just me. Okay, so as it stands at the moment, what keeps you guys playing the game and progressing your accounts right now?
Competition between us, maybe.
Each other.
And maybe I mean we love pulling shards and pulling shards for people on stream. We love it.
We get more enjoyment out of people getting wicked champions than our own, unless Rusty gets something better than me, and then I get salty.
Super salty.
It's fine if it's the community, but if it's between you guys, then there's a problem.
I don't care if it's someone else, as long as it's not
exactly.
Awesome. Okay, so if you guys and we'll do this again on take it one at a time. So if you could give one piece of advice to somebody who was picking up the game today, what would it be? Flick, do you want to go first?
Ooh.
Just one piece of advice.
Okay, so piece of advice is stick with it and just enjoy the ride. Don't try and get too high too quick. Just enjoy the ride. It's fun. It can be fun.
Rusty?
One. I would say
he's gone quiet now.
Yeah, I would say this. I would probably say the same. I'd say watch our channels, get some tips, and just cruise through it. Like a lot
jump
of
in
stuff
on a Friday to FlickandRusti.
Super end game. Exactly. Just have some fun with it. Don't set your goals too high at the start, and just cruise through it. Get to know the people around you in the community, and have a bit of fun with it.
I think that's actually one of the biggest problems that I have with people starting is on day one they want to focus on the end game, and and I think that actually pushes people into spending an awful lot of money very, very quickly, and then creates burnout. Absolutely. Because everyone wants to be at that cutting edge, at the end game. And you don't take into account that yes, you can pull 1,000 shards and get a decent champion, but you're not going to have the gear, you're not going to have the account progression and things like that, and you're just going to get frustrated with being there. It's better to have that slow progress over time and get there on the long road. I think you get more fun out of the game, and as well as that, you're gonna end up with an account that you actually know what you're doing with. It's why I never recommend that. I know lots of people who are quitting and stuff give away their accounts, or there's places out there you can buy an account. But from my perspective, I wouldn't do that, because I'm going to end up with an account which I'd have no clue what to do with, because I don't know which champions synergize with each other well, and I think it's better to earn it rather than just get it from day one.
Yeah, it's a sense
Definitely. But
of
I
accomplishment as
mean,
well. Like
yeah,
you've worked these champions up from the
exactly.
ground. It's an achievement. You feel proud about yourself, and
Yep.
that's how it works. You
Mm.
don't want to just get the best of the best straight away. Yeah, you got to earn it. That's part of the fun.
Yeah. So
You also become attached to the champions that you pull, you build, and it becomes a little bit more than just getting a champion, using that champion, and winning.
Yeah.
It's you're the one who's put the time and the effort in, for
and
sure.
they've got stories behind them, like my Valkyrie. So
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And no one gets
So
their
you
first
keep, you
legendary.
keep throwing
it's
around.
it's like my Foley as well. So Foley, I actually pulled for.
Come on here to flex.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
I pulled him for a YouTube video. So I was basically making a YouTube video specifically. It was during a two times. I had 3 shards, and the idea was that I was pulling the shards to make a video to prove that even with the increased percentage, you've still got a very low chance of pulling a legendary. And I started recording this video, and I hit summon, and the first thing that came out was Foley. And again, it's on my YouTube channel, but you see me sort of stare at the camera as like, well, this has gone out the window. Go pull your shards.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
That's
I
Hopefully someone tonight.
that'd be awesome. But yeah, like it's just it's good fun to have that kind of backstory to your champions, because other people may have these champions, but they're not your champions, they're not your ones on your account, and
Exactly.
they may have built them in different ways, they may have done different things for them, they may have been at a different level in the game before they got them. So it is
And
cool to
they
earn it.
haven't done the same things for them as they've done for you.
Exactly. So if you guys were to give one piece of advice to somebody who was thinking about getting into content creation, streaming, YouTube, things like that, what would it be?
Oh.
Yeah.
We're pretty new to it ourselves. So it'd just be try and just do what you know, and fake it till you make it.
There we go. There we go.
I would probably say you don't need to be a computer genius or know everything that's going on to start it. And I think that's what scares a lot of people away from doing it. But Flick and I knew literally nothing, and you adapt, you do your research, you get good advice, you talk to fellow streamers, and you eventually find that you get a good group of people around you that are willing to help you just because
Yeah.
just because they're good people. So that's really how we've made it this far. So many people from that first absolute rubbish stream we did have stuck with us and helped us build basically what we're doing now.
I think honestly the community in Raid is insane. I say it almost every time that I make a video or talk to anyone. But I've played video games for years. I've been around on Twitch. My Twitch account, I think, was made in 2011. And I've been an avid Twitch lurker, I guess. I've been involved in so many things. A lot of it was in World of Warcraft rather than Raid. But I've been in so many communities, League of Legends, as I said, World of Warcraft, tons of other games that have popped up over the years. and they've always had like pretty toxic environments, or you know, I don't know whether it's maybe that Raid attracts a slightly more mature audience than something like League of Legends, so to speak, but the community is actually insane, and they're so supportive. You know, as well as that, the other content creators, you know, they all want to help each other. There's no, you know, there's no massive rivalry or anything like that. Everyone wants to support each other and help each other grow. So I think I mean, I actually made a video on reasons why, if you are looking at content creation and streaming and things like that, the Raid's actually the perfect place to hit the market, and you know, because it's not oversaturated, and there's a genuinely accepting community who will support you.
Yeah, for sure.
Really agree.
And they're good fun.
Can I ask you a question?
Oh God.
So from the communities, the gaming communities that you were involved with before you came across to starting your own stream with Raid, did any of those people that you sort of met and got along with from that side of it come across to your Raid content and help you out that way?
I would say my close friends have. So obviously, Never is my brother. Spiffy, who's my mod, is one of my closest friends. We used to run a guild together on World of Warcraft, and there's probably 3 or 4 people, but most of them just kind of pop in, say hi to me, and then disappear again. But in terms of people who actually watch, I would say my community, at least on Raids, grown entirely through the Raid community, rather than other games. You know, occasionally I'll get somebody jump up and they'll be like you know, from World of Warcraft or something like that, and they'll say like, hi, how's it going, and things like that. But yeah, I would say it's primarily Raid.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
you got any other questions for him, Flick?
I just
yeah.
like
Start drilling me. What was that? Sorry, I missed it. What did you say? Sorry, I missed that. Flick.
Me, I just wanted to know if you liked my hat.
Oh yeah, I love it. I can't pull off flat peaks though, because I've got up here. I've got the hat
we
from.
We got a hat off.
So this is from the 24-hour stream. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if you got the stream open, but I've got the hat which.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes,
that's cool.
The charity gave this to me, and I wrote the name of every single person that donated during the 24-hour stream on it. And then at the bottom it says the 24-hour stream and the amount of money that we raised and the date that we did it.
That's insane. It's awesome.
But yeah, that's cool. My keepsake. I love this hat. It sits up there.
You know the first stream of yours we ever jumped into was the 24-hour.
Oh really?
Charity.
You saw me at my worst then.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I saw you like white as a ghost.
Yeah.
We'll be at the end of our stream tonight.
I was suffering. It was worth it though. It was really good fun to do.
Yeah, man,
that's
awesome.
Awesome. Do you guys want to maybe, because I mean that's the end of the question section. Do you want to maybe let the chat know and people on the YouTube what you guys have got coming up in the future?
Well, we're trying to bring out as much content as possible at the moment. We're sort of bringing out some stuff. We do have a little sort of exciting video idea that we're trying to bring out, so that'll be coming out in the next, hopefully, couple of days, maybe next week. But other than that, we just really want to get as many people involved into our stream as possible, because we just have so much fun and just love everyone getting amongst it. So yeah, jump into our stream at FlickandRusti, all one word, and to say good day. Just that's it.
Come and have a beer and then do whatever you got to do.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, guys.
We just want to just give each other crap the whole time. So if we can get as many people involved as to annoy us, then the better.
It's awesome.
I want people to start rallying for a flick roast.
Let's put it as a sub goal. We'll do a YouTube.
I'll lead the charge. Yeah.
The flag bearer,
Yeah.
Rusty.
Just roast him live on stream. It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, we'll leave the video there, guys. Obviously, we're going to be jumping over and raiding you when you guys go live anyway. But thank you so much for joining. And anyone watching on YouTube, the links in the description below will direct you to these guys' channels. So please do go check them out. As I said, the energy level, the fun on their stream. I literally sat with you guys all day on Friday last week, and it was just nothing but laughs and having fun, and it's what Twitch should be about, and it's a really good job that you're doing, and I'm looking forward to seeing you grow over the next few weeks to months.
We appreciate that.
Yeah,
awesome.
Thanks for the opportunity of having us in, and cheers, man.
Awesome. Right, guys, so I will leave it there. If you enjoyed the content that you're seeing here on the YouTube channel, please do subscribe. It massively helps me out, and I will see you in the next video.